Hey, Friday morning, the 26th of September, 2025. Leaving Adairsville, Georgia on US Highway 41, Old Dixie Highway. We're just north, we're at the intersection of Georgia 140 and US 41. The original US 41 Old Dixie Highway is over here to our left. We'll take it up until it runs out, and then we will connect back with this one. We'll be going across the old bridges. Old Dixie Highway. We've got to update a bunch of our US 41 videos to Old Dixie Highway. Yeah, this is one of those bridges here. It doesn't have a date on it. Barely wide enough for 2 lanes. I'm thinking maybe early 1900s. And yeah, you can tell that house was here then. There's an old house. I think this was done probably late 40s, early 50s. All the bridge stampings coming up 41 or 49, 50, in that range, coming on up. This should be a fairly long video. We'll be going through Calhoun, through Resaca. We're heading to the monument where the great locomotive chase ended, up north of Tunnel Hill. American Civil War, the great locomotive chase, 1862. The general was hijacked in Kennesaw, Big Shanty, driven north, tearing up railroad tracks, and chased by several different means, and finally ending up being caught by the Texas. The Texas is in the Atlanta Historical Society building down in Buckhead. It used to be in the Cyclorama in Atlanta at the zoo, but they moved it. And the general, of course, is in Kennesaw at the Museum of Locomotive and Civil War History, or Civil War and Locomotive History. And after the chase, after the war, it was the general was restored and put back in service until 1899. Then I think it was a L&N or B&N Railroad bought it, restored it, and put it on tour. Ended back up in Chattanooga, and there it was on display in Chattanooga for about 65, maybe almost 70 years. And the state of Georgia and Tennessee the state of Georgia sued Chattanooga, Tennessee, to get the general back. And so Chattanooga lost the court case, and the railroad turned the general over to Georgia. And so it has been in the museum there in Kennesaw, Big Shanty, ever since. We were up here the other day and pointed out the Osage oranges over here on the left. they're non-edible. You might be able to roast the seeds, or you can roast the seeds and eat them. But getting the seeds out of the oranges is very sticky, literally, and aggravating process. You get that stuff on you. I've got some of that sticky stuff on me, and I ended up having to use some solvent to get it off my fingers. Okay, this picture here of the old Dixie Highway, we will probably use a picture of the old Dixie Highway as our thumbnail. US41. I like 411 better, but US41's a good drive too. Start uploading a video. It should be ready now. Georgia Highway 53 bypass, Union Grove Church, I think it is. We're running parallel with 75, which is to our right. We're to the west. Bucky's and Love's is across 75. Bucky's on the right, Love's on the left. Fairmount over to the right. And of course 53 will end up going through Rome over into Alabama, out west, and over dead end into Watkinsville, to the east. Degrees, going to 80, down to mid-60s tonight. Airport here on our left. Calhoun city limits. We have a Facebook friend in Calhoun. I need to holler, shout at her, shoot her a hello. Got a YouTube friend back in Adairsville, so hello to her. Something must be wrong. There's nobody behind us. We're not leaving the train. Blackwood Creek. yet much. We still have a little oil leak we got to deal with. It's going to be aggravating, but the 98 van has a lot of road potential at 185,000 miles. Okay, this is Georgia 53, not the bypass. It didn't have it on the road sign though, did it? US 41, Georgia Highway 3, going right through downtown Calhoun. We've got several videos of Calhoun. It's a neat little town, or it's bigger than it looks. It's not a little bitty town. Got a nighttime Thanksgiving with the Christmas decorations. Let's drop over. This lane may end up here. We have to get back over. I can't remember for sure. We'll go out of Calhoun and catch Resaca next. We also crisscross a railroad track that sort of tracing where the history marker is of the great locomotive chase. 255. We got it for 251 at the Loves, but it was 261. 245 cash. Look at there. We get out of that summer blend, it ought to drop another 10 cents, I would think. Going into the winter, there won't be as much travel as they drop on down. Calhoun is the county seat of Gordon County. Ford truck and a Jeep for sale. We're not interested in either of those. Yeah, with this one and our 98 van, between the two of them, we should be able to keep one on the road pretty regular. And if we had a parts van, that would sure help us out. I don't know if we'll be able to afford to do anything with the 2019. I don't know what's wrong with it yet. It ain't right, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Beyond my mechanical knowledge. I've got a couple of guesses, but it could be simple and it could be expensive. It's, you know, it could be simple and still expensive. But there are not any engine lights and no codes for me to check out. And right now it is nothing but a boondoggle of serious magnitude. y'all want to look on Google Maps to see where we're headed, it's the marker for the end of the Great Locomotive Chase up off of Georgia Highway 151 up north of Tunnel Hill. We're having trouble with our camera mounts today for some reason. Standing water. I don't know if there was any rain yesterday, but day before yesterday down in Ackworth we got our good rain, and then that night as well. Night before last. Traffic here on US 41 south, headed south outside of Calhoun. Not even lunchtime yet. T-Mobile tomorrow morning and getting a T-Mobile hotspot. If we stay up here with my daughter next week after cat sitting, we will head up here to the mountains where we have no reception, and we will try out that new hotspot, because T-Mobile is hooked up with Starlink, Elon Musk channel, and we should be able to get reception. There's this old ragged Chevrolet van. Chatsworth to the right. I like Chatsworth. We want to get up there too. Up northeast of Chatsworth, there's a trail and a creek with some falls that I really want to get to. Gas 288 here. Bridge was built in, let me tell you, let's see what it looked like, 1960. 1960. So yeah, the further out from Atlanta you get, or one of those areas the bridges become newer as the roads were being paved further. Of course, 41 was already paved, but truck over there. Battlefield Building Supply. We'll be crossing over the Oostanala River as we head into Resaca. And as we go north, we'll be crisscrossing with I-75. South to the right, north to the left. There's a new home subdivision right up there on the left that is for rent. Last time I was in there, nothing was for sale, everything was for rent. Single detached homes with carports. What are they doing under here? I've stayed at this pilot multiple times. This is a pretty good place to stay. I haven't had any problems there. Actually, a pretty good place to stay. I've eaten at this Hardee's over here a couple times. There used to be a very interesting little Econoline van up here on the right, a little red one. Seems like it was for sale once, but I can't remember. Right here on the right. But it is no longer there. Resaca city limits. Infrastructure. Gas line, just yellow. Gordon County Police, Fire, Jail, Detention Center, whatever. Battlefield here on the left, Oostanala River. Lusawati is formed by two rivers of convergence over in Jasper. Coming right through Resaca. There's a train on the side tracks. I guess they're waiting for one to come by. We will turn off up here and see if we can catch a train. Look at there. The train is rolling. We'll see if we can catch the locomotives. It's a long train. That'll be a good one to get. Up here to, I wonder if we can catch it a little further up, because I don't know that we're going to be able to catch the locomotives here. There's a Confederate cemetery up here on the right. Turn and go up. That's where we were going to go, but we're not going to be able to get there in time to catch these locomotives. So we're going to go on further north and try to catch it. We would have to turn right here. And we have video of that Confederate cemetery. That'll be a good train to get if we can get it. There's some Civil War markers there. I wonder if we could have turned there and gone up and got it. We may have to sit and wait on it a while. Coming into Whitfield County. This truck get by. We might have been able to go out there and catch it. I just don't know. Some more history markers. We need to come back and stop at these. Ooh, something dead. catch that train. Whatever that smell is still with us. I don't know if anything in the car or the van that would cause that kind of smell. I hope not anyway. That we're going to wait this long on a train. Okay, this video is 34 minutes long. We're going to be turning it off right quick, or pretty soon. Coming back closer to the railroad, we sort of departed for a bit. Got another truck behind us. Regular 223, is that's those pumps are gone. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, right? Rain, the creeks are all stained pretty good. Okay, coming up at a roundabout, we're going to stop it here. This pilot. From my understanding, there was a murder here 7 or 8 years ago. A prostitute and her boyfriend were involved. Tilton Road. I wonder if we could catch a train there. We're going to come over here and we're going to turn it off here at the pilot. Let this truck get on up the road. Let this truck get on up the road. Get off of us. Okay, let's turn it off. This will be a wrap.